Hello, I'm Robin Sanchez with USPA's Certified Polo Instructor Program, and today we're going to talk about the line of the ball and the right-of-way. The line of the ball is the course of the ball and the line produced forward or backwards of it. Let me give you a simple demonstration. If I approach the ball and make an additional shot, that changes to a new line. So the line of the ball is important because the line of the ball helps indicate the right-of-way. At any time during a game, there is a right-of-way between two or more players that are within the proximity of the ball. This right-of-way extends in front of the players that are entitled to that right-of-way. The line of the ball you can think of as sort of the center dotted line on the highway, and the right-of-way would be where you drive your cars. It's a real simple concept. Anything that if you did it in traffic, you would get honked at, or someone would wave their hand at you in a gesture, that would be a foul. So when we're discussing the right-of-way, no player may enter or cross another player's right-of-way with it causing the slightest risk of danger of collision. This is important to remember. So in this example, the red player has hit the ball from this point to here, this being the line of the ball. The right-of-way is this area here going forward of the red player. Because he hit the ball to the right, he is the player in the closest proximity to the line, and therefore he has the right-of-way. If a blue player were to come from here and try to play the ball, he has crossed the red player's right-of-way. It would be like if this blue player was on the entrance ramp of the freeway and just drove onto the freeway without ever checking if there was a semi coming up from behind. Also, in this right-of-way example, if the blue player then comes from this area and stays on this side of the line, he then has this right-of-way. A lot of people talk about crossing the line as a foul. Crossing the line is not a foul. Crossing the right-of-way is a foul. If the blue player were to make a ride-off on the red player, he would be crossing the line in order to safely execute that ride-off. So crossing the line is okay. It's crossing the right-of-way that is a foul. So we're going to talk now a little bit about impeding or stopping on the ball, which is impeding the right-of-way. The ball has been hit from point A to point B. Red player was already in this position before blue player hit the ball. While the red player is in the right-of-way after the ball has passed him, he cannot then stop on the ball and create a collision situation with blue. This situation would be similar to if you missed your exit on the highway and decided to just stop and back up to get to it. Again, you'd get honked at, you'd get a ticket. This is a foul. In this situation, red has hit the ball from this point to this point and created this line. Red is in the right-of-way, blue is moving to make a play on red, so he is also in a right-of-way. Red's teammate, in order to get a better angle from goal, cannot come from this direction to try to get a better angle to goal. This would be crossing the right-of-way. This would be as if you ignored a stop sign and just drove straight through an intersection. Okay, so in this example, the blue player has hit the ball from this point to this point, creating a right-of-way. He is still in the right-of-way of the ball. A red player can come from the outside, establish himself in the right-of-way, and the two players can safely meet. This would be like driving down a neighborhood street and you're both on your side of the road. Perfectly legal, perfectly acceptable. If, however, there were a red player riding with the blue player, trying to make a play on the man and the ball, this red player coming in to meet would be creating a dangerous situation and a foul. This is commonly called one meeting two. This would be like driving down the road as an ambulance is coming down. right-of-way is what keeps our game safe. We're on 1,000-pound animals moving forward at fast speeds. Knowing where the line is, and therefore where the right-of-way is key to keeping the game safe. Remember, it's just like driving. You want to check your rear view mirrors. You want to stay on the established road. Don't stop in the middle of the freeway, and don't run stop signs. And if an ambulance is coming, you need to pull over. If you want to know more about the right-of-way and the line of the ball, read in the rule book, the outdoor section, rule number 24. For the arena, also read Rule 12. I'm Robin Sanchez with USPA's Certified Polo Instructor Program. Remember, play safe, play smart, play polo.